from Little Blue Deer Design, and today I'm going to share just a few quick tips to help you get your brand new WordPress blog off the ground. This applies whether you have a custom blog design, whether you're using an out-of-the-box theme, you're using a free theme, etc. None of this is included with theme design or blog design generally, so there's just a few tips to help you kind of get started and learn a little bit about the back end of your WordPress dashboard. So one of the things that people tend to overlook is their site title and tagline. Of course, you have your domain. You've got to have a domain and hosting to run WordPress, but you might not know what your site title is. And your tagline. So what you're going to do is go in your dashboard to Settings, General. And I'm going to show you right where that is, Settings, General. This is going to bring you to a page where you can put your site title. My site title is Little Blue Deer Custom Blog Design and Custom Website Design. This site title is really too long. However, I've had my blog for many, many years. I pay for SEO, and it's not a good idea for me to change it. If you're just starting out, choose your site title. This is usually the name of your blog. So if I were to go back, I would have just named my site title Little Blue Deer Design. However, it is what it is. You've probably done this part. What you might not have done is added the tagline. The tagline is a few words. Once again, my tagline's a little on the long side, usually 3 or 4 words, that just explains what this site is about. This will show up in Google search sometimes. It shows up on your tabs sometimes, etc. A lot of people leave out their tagline, and you get the default tagline, which says just another WordPress site. Well, you're not just another WordPress site. You're special. So be sure to populate your tagline. That's one thing that I want to show you. Also on the general settings, you'll have your WordPress address and your site address. The email address, this is very important. You want to set up an email account. Some hosts, this is set up automatically. Sometimes it is not. This is the email address where oftentimes contact forms will come, where notifications of new comments, which I'm going to show you how to do in just a minute, will come, etc. So you want to set your email address here. And I'm not going to change mine, but what will happen is generally you'll have a default nonsensical address here. All you would do would be to delete it out, put in the address that you want to use, and then you're going to scroll right on down and click Save Changes. What will happen is you will get an email from WordPress to that email. Check your spam boxes. A lot of times they go to spam, etc. And you can follow the directions on the email link. It's usually easier to be already logged into your blog when verifying, but it's just like when you sign up for a newsletter or something. You just need to click to verify that that's your address, and you'll be linked up. That's one spot to change your address. Now, you also have what is called, if you scroll down, all the way down to users, your profile. This is your profile, okay? So this is your specific profile. You have the choice, for example, to show the toolbar when viewing your site. Most people like to have the toolbar. This is the toolbar at the top where you can quickly go to edit pages, etc. If you don't want to show that, you can uncheck this box. There's also some proofreading options. Now, this is the thing where people oftentimes have questions, and you will see that if your blog includes a byline, which mine does not, but generally I just hid my byline, but most blogs have right underneath the title or somewhere around the title. They'll have the post date, maybe the post categories, and they'll also have a line that says by. And generally, if you have not set up your user profile, it says by admin. And people always ask me, how do I get rid of the by admin? Well, by default, you are an admin. When you're a user on your WordPress blog, your default is admin, okay? So how do you change that? You actually don't change it, you just get a nickname. So here is the spot, once again in users, your profile, where you can change your nickname. I just use my first name, and how to display your name publicly. So once you type in your nickname, you will see that this box, display name publicly as, will populate, and all you have to do is click your name. The email is important. I use a different email here. You want to put in the email, and it's going to go through the exact same process as what I just showed you with the general settings email. You're going to get a confirmation email, etc. Just be sure to click through all of the steps and verify your email. And then only when your email is verified, then you will be able to see your specific username, not the default admin. Also, people want to know how to change their password. Down here is where you can generate a new password. That's kind of a cool thing. Once you generate it, definitely save it. And if you verified your email, if you lose your password, the email will be sent to the general settings password. So pay attention to what email you use and what password you use. It is very important. It's hard to get a password back if you've changed it and you can't remember it. So the first thing I do if I change my password is copy it right here and paste it in Notepad. Okay? So that's just one more thing that you can do. I also have many people use Bluehost. I am a reseller for Bluehost. I love Bluehost. I use Bluehost myself. It's a great product. I have a special tutorial here called How to Set Up Direct Login in WordPress, because Bluehost, actually a lot of people choose, and GoDaddy has this as well. You can log in directly through Bluehost or GoDaddy. So this tutorial here shows you once again how to change your email in the user profile so that you can have a direct login to WordPress. And what is a direct login? That means that when you go to yourdomain.com/WP-admin, then it takes you to the actual login page here where you're going to enter your username and your password. So most managed WordPress like Bluehost and GoDaddy, you can always log in through the host, but if you want to direct log into WordPress and bypass that step, you can. And one last thing that I'm just going to share is we're going to talk for just a minute about comments, okay? So what you're going to do, this is going to show how your comments come in. So you're going to go to Settings, Discussion. This is the comment section. So you've got a lot of different choices here. You can allow people to post on different articles. The other comment settings is the area where if you select that the comment author must fill out name and email, you can enable threaded comments. One thing that people often miss is all of a sudden they'll say, oh, my comments are missing on my blog. Well, you probably have chosen to automatically close your comments. So if you want to close comments on older posts, you can, but keep in mind if you go back through posts and see that there's no comments showing up, that's because this is checked. So you can check it or uncheck it. Now, do you want to be emailed anytime someone posts a comment or if there's a comment in moderation? You can check these boxes. Once again, very important, both in the general settings and the user profile, that you have the correct email. Otherwise, you will not get notified. So if you want to be notified when someone posts a comment, you don't want to have to keep checking on your post, check these here. And then finally, you have the option if you want a comment to be manually approved, you will have to manually approve it. You can check that box, or you can check if you want the person to have a previously approved comment. And then where are my comments? Okay. Comments live on their own, and they're here. And I have all of these comments here. Now this one looks like spam to me. I don't want to approve it, but if I wanted to approve it, I could just hover over it and click approve. And that's that. So those are just some basics to get you started. Another thing I would definitely recommend would be to go ahead and set up Jetpack. I have a really good tutorial on how to add Jetpack on my tutorials page, which is Little Blue Deer Design /WordPress-tutorials. How to connect Jetpack. Jetpack gives you a lot of other options. It's free. It's kind of cool. And I have a pretty in-depth tutorial how to do it here. And I also have a video here on YouTube that you can watch for that. So maybe that's one last step that you would want to take. But other than that, those are just a few overlooked items that people tend to miss sometimes when setting up their new WordPress blog. So I just wanted to share them. Any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And once again, don't forget, visit me at littlebluedeerdesign.com. WordPress tutorials. I have a whole host of WordPress related tutorials. I love to help, and I thank you for watching.